What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and as I looked through this Kiely Rodni case, there was one small thing that was said that just keeps replaying in my head over and over and over again. And that's when Kylie's best friend, Mags, said that she believes that maybe Kiely went to an after party or left the original location to go party at another location. She even said that she believes that that was highly likely. Now, here's my thing. Hear me out for just one moment. Max, either you know there was an after party or you know there wasn't an after party. In my mind, it's that simple. Max had plenty of friends there. Her best friend was there. Her best friend took her there. For some reason, she didn't even hang out with her best friend at this party, but she met up with her boyfriend at this party, and she left incredibly early. All of these teenagers are going to this huge big party, yet all of them are leaving early except for Kiely. That's really weird, for one. But you would have to believe that Mags is in the know of stuff that's going on. Y'all knew to go to this party, so y'all would know. It's not hard to find out the information. Hey, did our group of friends, did people from our school decide to leave this campground and go party at another campground, or go party at someone's house, or go to Waffle House and get something to eat because they're drunk? What happened? And this is where I start feeling like there's at least she's not being fully transparent or honest about all of the details, because it's plain and simple in my mind. There's no, it's a high possibility. Maybe, I know there was an after party and it's a high possibility that Kiely went. But it's not worded that way. Oh, maybe there was an after party and it's a high possibility that Kiely probably went to one. Either you know there was one or you know there wasn't one. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. A lot of stories are slightly conflicting other stories. And I'm trying to be really careful with this case, like I keep saying, because these are teenagers. And at the same time, I don't know if these people are hiding something about what happened to Kiely, or they're just hiding some of the details about that night because they don't want to get in trouble with their parents. Meaning that maybe there was some other stuff going on, but they don't really want to get into the key details of that night because it would conflict the stories that they told their parents. Not meaning that there's stuff going on with Kiely, just, their stories aren't adding up because they're still trying to keep the original alibi that they told their parents when they originally went to the party, even though it has nothing to do with Kiely. I think that's a possibility too here, a possibility here as well. Because you got all of these teenagers, they don't want to give you the full details of what happened that night. Even just take Kiely out of the picture and the whole situation that went on with Kiely. A lot of them aren't going to want to lay out exactly what happened and how things happened and who drove who and when was where and what exact time, because they feel like they may get in trouble with their parents over something small and minuscule. So there's a big possibility that in this case, there's people who are scared of getting in trouble for little things that are impeding this investigation and making it harder for us to get to the bottom of what happened. So I would hope that these people just come out and be honest. If you don't know anything about what happened to Kiely, at least be honest about what you know happened that night, even if it's something that you don't want your mother or your father to know about, because it would help clear up the timeline and it would make y'all look better. Because right now, everyone's looking at all of the few people who have actually spoken out to the media. That's who everyone's looking at here. I will go so far as to say most people have their eyes on the people we've heard from, as opposed to the 300 other strangers that were there that we don't even know where they were. So in my mind, Mags would know for sure if there was an after party, regardless if she went or not. And even if she didn't know for sure, she could call around, message people around, and find that information out real quick. So as far as, there's this confusion, maybe she went here. No, y'all know if there was an after party and y'all know where those after parties take place. So let's just go ahead and hear it so we can figure out if maybe she went there. And as I look through more information, someone in the community actually put out this post. I'm going to read it for you all. The FBI came knocking at our door on Tuesday morning asking for any information we may have about the missing 16-year-old Kiely. The high school party she attended on Friday night was literally a half a mile from our campsite. We told them that we only saw a train of cars going to the party at 9:30 p.m. and another group of cars leaving the party at 12:30 a.m. Our campground is ground zero for the search and rescue efforts. Yesterday, the sheriff brought out a boat to search the reservoir we are staying at. This is so scary and so real, as daily we see and hear helicopters flying all over the Truckee area, posters on every business storefront, and search parties and law enforcement everywhere. Our thoughts and well wishes go out to all her friends and family, and I hope she is found soon, safe and unharmed. If you can, please repost the flyer. Now, I find this interesting because they say there was a train going into the party at 9:30 and a train leaving the party at 12:30 a.m. If this party was as big and as wild and as crazy as they're making it out to be, and people are on psychedelics, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're popping, I find it hard to believe that everyone's just going to be like, oh, it's 12:30, everyone, let's go home, let's pack it up, let's go. Also, due to the fact that this party was at a campground and things like that, the fact that there was just some big crowd coming in at 9:30, I'm wondering, was that the original crowd coming to the party, or was that some of the older people coming to the party? And at 12:30, we know that's around the time that Kiely should have been leaving the party, correct? But maybe, because we've heard from numerous people that this party was in a way crashed by a bunch of older people and a bunch of college kids and people from San Francisco and this place and that place, you name it. People were just coming from all over the freaking globe to go to this random high school party in the woods for some reason. And also, does anyone find that odd? A graduation party for a high school turns into a party that for some reason there's people from all over, like California and other even states are coming to this party. That's weird as well. A graduation party, I understand it could be a big party, but it's kind of intimate with the people that you went to school with and who you're graduating with. So the whole graduation party nonsense seems like some BS to me. That little detail, I know it's a small detail, but I don't know. I think that's kind of just an excuse as to what they were telling their parents, maybe. I don't really view this as a graduation party. But it's 12:30. Supposedly, all of y'all are on all of this stuff, and y'all just decide, well, I guess I'm done being high and drunk. I'm going home at 12:30. No, that's not how this works. No one leaves the party at 12:30, let alone an entire train of people. So you want me to believe that this huge group of 300 teenagers all came to this party at 9:30 p.m., right? Everyone's on time at the same time, 9:30. And 3 hours later, everyone's like, all right, time to pack it up and go. From the pictures I've seen, there's like neon lights hanging off the tree. You know it's one of those like a psychedelic party where there's a lot of types of stuff. People are on all types of stuff. Okay, once you start seeing the neon lights and people are wearing glow stick lights and there's lights hanging off the tree and all that stuff, all that madness, there's way more than drinking going on there. Period. That's obvious. And no one's going to go binge out on all of this stuff with the intentions of just going home right at 12 o'clock. I don't care how old you are. So I do believe there's a possibility that because all of these other unknown people came to the party and started crashing it, that maybe the original group, maybe the group of, I don't know, people who were actually graduating from this high school decided, hey, we're going to move our more intimate situation over to a different area. And then everyone takes off to go to the different area, and that would explain the 12:30 caravan of cars leaving the area. In my opinion, even if people do want to leave the party early and they want to leave at 12:30, there's not going to be a caravan of cars just leaving all at the same time, because this is how they explain it. They explain it like, oh, 9:30 we just saw a big line of cars going, 12:30 we saw a big line of cars leaving. Now, the big line of cars getting there isn't as suspicious to me. The big line of cars leaving all at 12:30 when everyone's supposedly on all types of substances doing God knows what, and everyone's just, we got to be home on time and we got to do this. No, that's not how this works, people. Let's be honest. So where was that line of cars going? Was that a line of cars that was leaving the situation at the party because all of them knew some crazy weird shit just went down? Something just went down with Kiely, and everyone that knew about it was like, all right, time to get the hell out of here. Or did everyone in that little group come together and figure that we're going to go party at a different location? For Mags to say that she believes it's so highly likely, yet she hasn't confirmed if there was actually an after party or not, that's a red flag to me, and that sticks out to me, and that's kind of weird. There's something that's not being told. They aren't being fully transparent. I'm not saying they're guilty, but there's something that's being held back. There's tidbits of information that are being held back. And I don't know if it's because they know something about Kiely, or it's just because they want to, protect their image in front of their parents. And they don't want to get in trouble about other things unrelated to Kiely. Also, it is not sitting right with me that all of these people who were supposedly Kylie's friends, they're all leaving the party early. Why in the hell is everyone leaving the party before Kiely? Why did Kylie's best friend even drive and go to the party with her if she was just going to turn around and leave a few minutes later? It doesn't add up. There's a big possibility that when Sammy is leaving this party, that she's also going to a different location. There's a possibility that there isn't a ride home. They're riding to a different location. And Sammy could have been at that location for all we know. But there's some type of disconnect here. There's little pieces of information that are missing. And if we could add those pieces to the puzzle, it won't necessarily tell us what happened to Kiely, but it will give us a better idea of the timeline. And it would either make these people, these cast of characters that we've heard from, either more or less suspicious. But I'm telling you right now, this talk of, it's highly likely she went to an after party, but y'all ain't confirming where this after party might take place, and if the after party took place in the first place. Like, either you know there was one or you know there was not one. However, if Kiely was intending on going to an after party or to party at another location, why would she be telling her mother, can I get a few extra minutes and I'm about to be on my way home soon? That would indicate that she was leaving. And from everything from most of what Sammy said, it seemed to me like Kiely was indicating that she was about to leave as well. She was looking for Sammy, trying to figure out if she still needed a ride. Sammy turned down the ride because she said that Kiely was too drunk. But then Sammy also said that she kind of thought that Kiely was just going to stay at the campground and just sleep there. So that story doesn't add up either. And I don't know if that's just Sammy trying to wiggle her way out of looking like a bad friend for leaving someone incapacitated at a party with strangers who then went missing, or if it's because her stories just don't add up. But all in all, it's a tough situation, and I just can't help but feel like there's more information that these people know, and they're not saying it. But I can't sit here in confidence and say, these people know this and know that, and they're not saying it because they did something to Kiely, because we have this weird little dynamic here where we got a bunch of kids at this party that were doing things that they weren't supposed to be doing, and they're all trying to hide their activities from the outside world as well. So it's like, I don't know if y'all are being shady because y'all really did something to Kiely, or y'all are being shady with the information because you just don't want your parents to know that you're involved in all of this other type stuff. But hopefully we get to the bottom of it soon. There was just another press conference. Nothing really said there. Only thing we know now is that at the end, one of the last times Kiely was seen, she was wearing this white hoodie. And that turns out to be a hoodie that no one has said anything about at all. So even the people who were with Kiely seem to not really even know what Kiely was actually wearing at the party, or at least at some points during the party. So there's this really big disconnect of information. And it feels like there shouldn't be, because there's these people there at the party with Kiely that should know most of this information. And I get that y'all tag off and you go your separate ways. But for a large portion of this party, or at least as long as Sammy was there, she was with Kiely. They were going back and having drinks in the car. Who bought the alcohol? For one, I could go over questions all day. But at the end of the day, I think it's a really big deal if there was an after party or not. And the fact that she claims to be so like, oh, there's a big chance that she went and did this, but she didn't say, oh, well, yeah, I know for a fact there was an after party. I just don't know if Kiely went there or not. We don't even know that detail. So I don't know. Everyone's looking kind of suspect to me. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think is going on? Do you think there was an after party? Do you think this line of vehicles that was leaving at 12:30, do you think all of these high and drunk kids were just like, let's do the right thing and go home right on time? Or do you think they were going somewhere else to party? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.